Look how chuffed he is. He's smiling. It's like he's just had sex for the first time. I've done something really cool. Hello, welcome back to another episode of 0 to 60. I'm here with Dylan and King because we're doing a front lip.
Yes, we are.
Hopefully you guys all know Dylan from the channel. He owns that 335 right there. Now, it's been on the channel quite a lot. It's a bit of a low-key car, but it's been around for a long time. In fact, it was the first 335 that we ever did a video on, and I'll put a link to that up in the corner because it's a bit funny because we weren't very good at YouTube then, were we, Dylan?
It's long ago.
It was. And everyone thinks we weren't very good at launching 335s, but the tyres on it just didn't work back in the day. But yeah, known the car since 2013. It is a immaculate 335. I wish mine was that tidy. And as a massive coincidence, I did the video on thinking about getting a Flow Designs lip. I had no idea that Dylan had already ordered one, and you got it yesterday.
Yeah.
He actually messaged me, he saw the video and he said, hey, do you want to fit my lip? And I'm like, hell yeah, I want to see how they go on, what the fitment's actually like, because Wyatt's sits on a bit of a funny angle. I'll try and put a video or a photo of how Wyatt sits. So we'll see if we can offset that angle, but let's have a look at the package. King's excited. Dylan did open this yesterday, although I'm going to have a look at it for the first time on camera. Okay. Did you actually take it out of the...
No, not yet.
Oh, okay, so you haven't even had it out of the thing. I've just realized, I wonder what that was. It's an air freshener.
Kind of cool.
Oh, is it made in Australia?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I made the assumption that they were just rebranding stuff made overseas. And you were saying these are actually like some sort of plastic. They're not a fiberglass.
Heavy duty.
It's actually machined along that lip. It's interesting. Dude, it is actually better than I was expecting it to be. Oh. Almost looks like it's 3D printed. I'll try and get a photo of the texture on the inner edge. But, oh, sorry, GoPro angle's funny. Actually looks all right. It looks all right. Nice quality stickers. I know it's a bit funny, but... Okay, it doesn't seem like a cheap product. I mean, it's not cheap. They're $350, was it?
Yeah, $350 delivered.
Delivered for $350?
Yeah, they had a free shipping, so jumped on that.
I didn't know about this. Right, let's have a quick look at the car so you guys know what the cars look like without the lip, and then we'll see it with the lip. I have no idea if they come with instructions, but this is the setup here. They're my old wheels. I quite like his smoked headlights, but we're going to be fitting the lip to the front here. Also, because I like everyone's opinion, Dylan got his grills gloss black painted, so they're now two-packed. I quite like it. It gives it a bit more of a expensive look. All right. I guess I'm struggling here. All right, let's get it on the hoist, see how it's going to fit up. But we've got a nice little clip of what it looked like without the lip. Let's get the lip fitted and see what it looks like with the lip. All right. So the car is up on the hoist and we've got the lip just sitting up there. Now, something I think I might have touched on in the other video, but Wyatt, the guy that owned the car that was in yesterday's video, he actually said in the comment section, make sure you sort out how the lip sits. So basically Wyatt's car, and you can actually see it on the Flow Designs car as well, the lip, I'm going to need to be tricky with my hands here. Yeah, the lip comes up and sits on an angle like that when you tighten it on the middle section. And if you look at the bottom of the bar, hopefully the camera's going to pick it up, but the bumper bar, actually, I'll go down with the lip. You can see the bar is on a big angle. So the bar is not flat, it sort of angles down. So I guess that when you bolt this up to it, it doesn't sit right, but Dylan is basically an engineer, and we're going to just try and space it and see what we can do, because we want it to sit flat. We don't want to have that angle that Wyatt's car has. Another thing to note, I'm just going to put it down, Dylan. I feel like it's quite expensive. I'm trying to be really gentle with it. Dylan's car has had the bumper shortened at this section, and it was just for clearance and to stop it getting hooked onto curbs and that sort of stuff. We'll see how it plays out. I think what we should probably do first is take the under tray off so that we've got access to the inside of the bar. Let's do it. So we've got it basically clamped in place, and there's a few things that we've noted. So you can see here how the contour, if I can get the light in there. There we go. The contours or the shape of the lip actually matches the original front bumper, but however, to get that hole to line up for the mounting screw, You can see just in here, we did have to stretch the bumper out. So the bumper's actually under tension right now to get it to line up on both sides, but I think that's the way Flow Designs have built these to work. I mean, there's a chance that the bumper's changed shape over the years as well, but I think we're going to be good there to actually start drilling holes. I'm sort of thinking as I say this. In regards to the angle that it sits, so we've got it clamped on each end, and then we've just got that jack there in the middle. Hopefully you can see there, it is angled up. So if I let the GoPro hang straight, you can see the lip does angle up, but it's not too bad. What we have noticed, if we put a little bit more tension at the back, it levels out. So if I can get the back, just that point there, it sits flat. Haven't worked out how we're going to do it. What I think we might do is actually get a couple of mounting screws in each end, and then see if we can do something in the middle. Does that work for you? That's what we're going to have to do. See if we can do something in the middle to get it to sit flat. Dill's stood back at this. We've been talking for about 5 minutes off camera, and he's not too bothered. But I kind of feel like I want to get it as flat as possible. Race cars don't angle up. They are flat. Yeah, on the other thing I better just show you, it does come with a basic little install guide, although it just tells you which bolts to use and where. And these are the bolts and the washers. It's all pretty nice stuff. All right, you drilling? Dylan can ruin his bumper. I'll let him do it. Right. So I didn't actually film it, but we've got the two outer ones on. We're going to do fasten up this one and then that one, and hopefully that'll pull it up tight there and then there. And then we'll see how it's sitting in the middle. Still a bit unsure. All right, let's go to the box. All right, so we've been cracking on. It's now fully mounted. All we did to try and minimize the angling up of the splitter is basically when we did these two, we pulled the splitter. It's really hard to do. Basically pulled it that way and then screwed it into a point. And I'm pretty confident it still looks angled. I don't know, actually. This filming's terrible. I'm sorry, everyone. But from here, it looks all right. We won't know until we get out on the road, but I think you're going to be safe, Dill. It looks pretty cool. All right. Let's get the rest of the under tray on. We'll see how it fits. Dude, it's pretty cool. I like it. And we'll see what it looks like. All right, so here's the issue. So we've got the under tray back in. Which is quite tight in this little gap here. That pushes the bottom of the bar down. I mean, the bar is really tight. It's effort to get the under tray in now. And now you get the stupid upwards look. So we put a lot of effort into trying to position it so that it doesn't do this. And it does it really bad. The only other thing I'm thinking, which you can't do that. I was thinking maybe if we loosen them, pulled it down and then tightened it, but you can't tighten it when you got the under tray in because you can't access the nuts. Basically, I wouldn't run this front lip because of that upness. And Dylan is not loving life right now. We'll see if we can work out a way to fit it. The Flow Designs promo car, it angles up on that. So this is probably going to be as good as it gets, but we'll see if we can work something out. You'd think it'd be really easy to add a spacer or something, but there's nothing to actually alt to change the angle. It's just the bumper's on an angle. And with the radiator support in there, the bumper is on a bigger angle. And I think the only reason the AC Schnitzer ones work is they bolt to this flat section of the bumper, not to this bit in the middle. So I've just been looking at ways to do this. We're going to pull this part of the under tray off. It's a separate piece that bolts to the under tray. It is how the under tray bolts to the bumper, but we'll see if we can get away with taking it off and just see how it... Okay, so with this section removed, it's all pretty tight in here still. We've ended up these... Oh no, I've got to put a washer on that. My bad. So I will need to put a washer on that, but the two outer bolts here actually hold the front of the under tray now. And with the GoPro completely level, it's not too bad. It's really minimal. So I'd say when it's actually on the ground, I think that's going to be okay. I don't know, what do you think?
It's probably the best we're going to get it.
Yeah, considering we were pretty off it when we had that spacer in there, but it doesn't look too bad now. All right, I'm going to undo that again, put that washer on, and we have to drop it down and see what it looks like on the ground. Woo! Dude, it looks cool. Flow.
That does look good.
Okay, so I want to check it in here, because once we go outside, we're not going to have a flat ground, but that's the angle we're dealing with. I think that's pretty good. All right, she's fitted. We just rolled it back to have a bit better look. And I think it looks pretty cool. From this angle, it's given a bit more dimension to the front of the car. Looks a bit more like an M. Well, I think it does.
100%.
Reminds me more of an E60 M5. But if we try and get right down low, I'm pretty happy with how it's sitting now. I'd say it's flat. Underneath, it's definitely flat. So the concern about getting them flat, the key is you need to sort of hold it in place when you drill your holes and then remove this part from the under tray. Top tip, Flow Designs. Even your demo car wouldn't look so weird if you did that. Good product though. You've just got to be a bit finicky with the install. I like it. I want one. I want the side skirts as well. You tempted for the side skirts now?
Possibly. That looks pretty good.
Look how chuffed he is. He's smiling. It's like he's just had sex for the first time. I've done something really cool. I think with the side skirts, dude, it would look pretty dope.
Really suits this car.
Oh. Sick.
It's completed. The front end looks more of a complete product.
Alright, let's get out and have a look in the sun. So what were you saying?
So bang for buck, like it's probably one of the cheaper lips on the market. Most lips are, $500, $600, $700. You got to wait for them.
Dill was just starting to say off camera. He's basically pointing out how cheap this is because even if you get one from China, the shipping is about the same price as what this cost. So it's the cheapest option, and you're pretty chuffed with it. Even King likes it. He's come to say hello.
Good value.
Which is what 335s are all about. All right, it's time. The car's out. It just looks right, Dill.
Looks good.
Oh,
Too good.
I don't know if the GoPro is going to do it justice. And that's the angle. I don't think there's much of an angle. You reckon there's still a couple of degrees there?
Couple, but it's pretty good.
I like it. All right, that is the Flow Designs front lip fitted to Dylan's car. I'm getting pretty keen to get them. I particularly want the side skirts as well. But yeah, I think in that video that went up yesterday, most people said I should get them, but hit me up again. Let me know if you've got any second thoughts after you've seen the way that you've got to fit these by removing that little trim piece from the under tray. Admittedly, I don't use an under tray on my car, so I won't have that problem. Dude, I really like it. I'm probably going to get them. See how we go. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you got any questions about installing yours, if this video wasn't clear enough, just hit me up in the messages below, and I'll try and give you a hand. But it looks pretty good. Thank you very much. Peace. Say bye, Dill. Bag.